Hey, by now, you should actually be a pretty mix-up heavy Chipp player. And you're very welcome, and I appreciate it. Dude, what is happening? Your boy Rokushin coming at you again. Part 3 of the lessons of mastering Chipp. What we're going to be going through today was going to be part 1 of lesson 3. It's going to be divided in 2 parts because combos, I got combos for days, you know what I mean? Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go over through each and every single situation that you're going to see yourself into in a match. At least the one I come up with right now. And then the second one, you know, if you kind of feel like I missed any, make sure you leave it on the comment section below. And dude, I promise you, I actually answer to each and every single comment. So any doubts, any questions, concerns, jokes, anything you want to learn, leave it down there. I'll check them out. All right, so we're not going to waste any more time. Let's dig straight to it. Here's your boy Chipp with the best color of all time that you're not allowed to use, obviously, because it's my color. I paid for it, you know what I mean? One thing that I actually have to start by saying, in order for you to win with Chipp, you don't really need any of these combos, because it is really not what Chipp is about. He's essentially, what you have to do with him is just be mobile a lot and just have all of the mix-ups in the world so that your opponent cannot know where you're at and that your opponent cannot punish you. All right? There's a plethora of combos out there that are completely different that you may not see in this video, and that is because that's how versatile Chipp is, that allows you to just do through different routes and all of that kinds of things that not necessarily I may go for, but other people might. So it all changes and it all goes depends on style. So what I'm about to show you are the combos and setups that I am using on the matches right now that got me to the VIP, you know what I mean? Because yeah. Starting out with Chipp, regular combo that you would know. First off, we already established that the things that you got to do for all of the mix-ups are ending up combos in 2D, which is dust. Now, if you want to do damage for X or Y reason, maybe you feel like you're going to kill your opponent and all that kind of stuff, then I'm going to show you which ones to do. Now, if you start up with 5, not far slash, but close slash, which is this, right? You could do this. Hold on. And that's essentially it when it comes to that. Now, if you push him a little bit further, you can go a little more deeper and go more ham like this. All right. So it's like one of those things that you got to make sure you measure your distance every time you try to do a combo. Also, if you have the meter, remember, if you break the wall with the super, it's going to give you a heart of a knockdown in order for you to even do a safe jump after that, okay? So we're going to do the exact same combo, and this time, see how Kai is going to do a DP on Wake Up. We already established what a DP is. If not, just check episode 2, and I go over that. So do that. We're going to do the same combo and end it up with the super. There it is. So now, the opponent is going to DP and Wake Up, right? And look what happens. And then you can do this. And he's essentially dead there. And you're in mean advantage and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good combo. Now, if you're at about this distance, and then you do 2 or down slash, which is this one right here, into 2 slash or down heavy slash, which is this one, you can do this. That's one. Now, depending on the character that you have on the screen, this combo can change, can either be extended or you may have to cut it back a little bit. Kai, after you do the air dash, you can actually do, you know, that jumping kick, it's a multi-hit, which is 2 hits. On some characters, you can do the 2 hits because otherwise the dust is not going to land. On Kai specifically, you could, so you can do this. Right? And that gives you a pretty decent knockdown and a pretty good frame advantage. If you have the meter and you want to RC, this would be the RC combo. There are different options of RC combos, and you can get to pick and choose which ones you like best. The one I'm currently using is this. Right there. That's one. Now, there is also another one. If you start with 5K or close slash, which is this move right here, you can do this.
A new subscriber enters the field.
This actually does more damage than the one before. but it's also a little more difficult. So it depends on you. Yo, thanks for the sub, dude. Appreciate it, man. If you feel like you can do this one, then boom. Check out the corner carry that you had on that. That's one thing. And second, if you don't break the wall, which with this combo you could, but obviously you don't want to break the wall all the time, because otherwise you're not really going to mix people up. And remember, when you break the wall and you don't have meters to do the super, you're basically going back to neutral. You're resetting the position as a round start. So ideally, that's not what we want, but it's what we got, because the positives of that is the fact that you get positive meter off of breaking the wall. So that's a great thing. So let's say that your opponent is jumping a lot. He's a jumper. He likes the Mario bro. Here we go. Just like Mario. Now, there's this beautiful combo that you can do. And by the way, all of the notations are going to be right here on the screen. If you have any doubts, please, by all means, make sure you leave it on the comment section below, and you can do it. All right? Here we go. So on this one, you're going to just JK, or jumping kick, is actually, it has pretty decent range. Look at that. Look at the range on that. You see that? That's pretty good. So usually you want to challenge with this button, not only because it's got pretty good range and it's the most rangier one. You can convert off of it easily with this one secret, but not so secret, technique that I'm about to show you. Those of you that are using the dash command as a button, if you're not using it, please, by all means, have a dash button, because it's extremely useful in this game. And I am going to explain why it works in this specifically. I'm going to do what's called an OS, which translates to option select, which means basically it's one command that, depending on the situation, can do one thing or do the other, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just doing jumping K and press the dash command. And as you can see, nothing is coming out rather than just the kick in case that it whiffs. Now, if it hits, it's going to do this. See that? Bear with me right there. This is where it gets interesting. What you're going to do immediately after that, you're going to do jumping slash, which is this move, right? So it's going to look like this. See that? Now, once you get that going, you're going to do standing close slash to crouching heavy slash. So it's going to look like this. Hold on, I was too far. Right? And then right after that, you're going to do the upward alpha blade, which is a quarter circle forward K. And it's going to look like this. Okay? And then after that, what is left to do is just confirm on the screen. You're just going to do a jumping far slash again. And on the landing, you're going to do close slash again, which is standing triangle or standing S. All right? So it's going to look like this. Fine. And then you do that. Now, same situation applies. If you have the meter, I highly suggest you spend it. So it's going to look like this. And that gives you the harder knockdown, the safe jump. Essentially, what it gives you is a mix-up. Very common situation that you're going to see yourself into, it's on these letters. The big counter, right? Sometimes you get that big counter and you just don't know how to punish it. Well, you're here on the right place, and I'm going to show you how to do it, at least for a couple of situations, right? So let's say you do your safe jump options, which we already talked about on episode 2. That's what you're going to do, and that's like the optimal punish. And how do you confirm off of that? Well, here it is. Damn it. Now look at that damage though. You remember when people say that Chipp does not do that much damage? Yo, what do you got to say now? What do you got to say for yourself? There's a little bit of things that you got to keep in mind in order for you to be able to do this combo. Obviously, once you get this and the big counter, you're going to do dash or just get close by running in. You're going to do close slash. I'm gonna make it in the notations, by the way, which is with the number. So I'm going to leave here on the screen. How do you read it? Essentially, if you see the numpad on your keyboard, when I say numbers, that's what it means. So you're going to do 5S delay 2S 2H into alpha blade, which is a quarter circle forward K or 236K. Once you get that, you're going to do blue RC. So you have to delay it a little bit so that the combo is no longer active. So it doesn't give you either brown or red RC, okay? You're going to do not only the RC, You're going to do dash. Remember when I told you that you need the dash command to be at one button? You're basically going to plink both of them. This is what normal blue RC looks like. He stays in the same place and he just do this. Now, if I do one after the other extremely fast like this, like 1, 2, like boom, boom, I have it in this button. You can choose to, whatever you choose to do it on, that's your opinion and that's your option as well. So you're going to look like this. Look how he dashes forward, right? So that's what you got to do. So it's going to look like this, right? It's going to do this. See how you dash forward? And what that's going to allow you is the perfect range and distance for you after that do jumping slash. Then you're going to jump again. You're going to do jumping kick slash. So it's going to be like this. See that? So jumping kick, dash forward again, slash, and then once you're on the floor, you're going to confirm with 5S, 2H into Alpha Blade again. So it's going to look like this. And there you have it. It does about almost 50%, which is, considering Chipp, which is the character, he's not really one to be doing a lot of. Now, last combo I'm going to show in this version is off of Downward Alpha Blade. You know, your opponent likes jumping a lot. You know, he has a spring right here. Boom. I like jumping. Sometimes, what you do, depending on the distance, you do this. And look how you catch your opponent. Watch this combo, right? There's where you do that combo, and it works out. And then you can just finish up like that. There's also a meterless option that you can do. Now, there's a caveat on this combo specifically, and it is the fact that when you do the Alpha Blade, you have to delay it a little bit so that you get the proper distance. And not only that, you have to delay it depending on which character you can do. I have Kai right here on screen. Now, if your character is bigger, not only has a bigger hitbox, but it's also physically heavier. So they're going to land a lot faster than they do other characters. Same applies as to smaller characters. They're going to be in the air for a little longer than they do the other. Than they do. It's kind of a little bit of character specific, so you have to just lab around with each and every character to make sure what the proper timing is for all of them. All right, and that is it for now. Actually, you know what? Hold on, I got you a bonus. Let me give you a last combo. It's divided into 2 sections, which is the corner combo. Let's say you got your opponent and you mix him up, right? And you can do that. That's like the optimal option for you to just break the meter. Break the meter. Now, even if you don't like this one and you feel like you want to do a different one, there's also a different option that you can do here. Now, this is pretty simple though. Before I do that, before I show you the other one, let me explain to you how this one works. So obviously when you get this, right? Once you do that, you're going to do obviously Rensho, the first one. Just the first one, right? So it's going to look like this. Did you see the distance where he was on screen? For me, the higher he is up in the air for you to confirm with the Rensho, the other kick, this one is going to land, right? This kick right here. So depending on the screen, if you delay it a little too much, that kick is not going to land, which was exactly what was happening. And you saw that why the kick wasn't landed before. So you got to make sure he's as high in the air as possible before you do the landing. Otherwise, the combo is just going to drop. Just like this, watch. Not like that. Like that. That's what's going to happen. So you got to make sure he's a little higher in the air. Watch. And then you do that. Now, what you can also do is this. Instead of you doing the Rensho, you can do Gamma Blade, which is the Shadow Clone or Kagen Bushin. So it's going to look like this. And then you do that. See, you can do that option as well. On this one, you don't really have to delay anything. That is it for now. Be on the lookout for part 2 of this series, which I'm going to go those nifty wall combos that you see out there. And there's a lot more things that you haven't seen that I promise you, you're going to look and love and enjoy. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like, subscribe to the channel for a lot more content just like this one, all right? We stream right here on YouTube. Hit the bell notification. You can get notified. We hang out. We play games. Everybody that comes in plays games with me. For the most part, you know what I mean? Just having a good connection. Don't have Wi-Fi, and then we play. But that is it. Guys, thank you. This latest tutorials for Chipp have received an amazing viewing, and I'm truly appreciative of that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad you guys are learning it. So stick out for that, all right? This is Rokushin. Thank you again so very much, and I'll catch you all next time.